Alright, I've got a story for you about synchronicity and sovereignty, and it's just all kinds of ridiculous. I mean, I can't believe I'm actually going to tell this story, but this is me showing up in the honesty of the journey and just wanting to share, like, just how, I don't know, farcical it can kind of get sometimes. Like, I don't know if anyone else has, like, reached this level of farce, but we're going to find out. Like, please let me know if you've got a story that can match this. Like, I would be really fucking keen to hear it. So, synchronicity, we all know what it is. It can show up in all kinds of different ways with angel numbers, God winks in all different kind of shapes, sizes, forms, blah, 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 blah. Synchronicity. It can be a really divine experience, but it can also be a great big black hole in which we give our power away. And I'm going to be totally honest with you, right? I've given my power away to synchronicity in a lot of instances. I've been the proverbial light worker. I've gone, oh, okay, 444, great, everything's going my way, great, yay. A bit more than I'd like, a bit more than I'd care to admit. I've done that, right? But synchronicity can also be a really beautiful occurrence. It is part of the divine experience of being on a spiritual journey. Like, synchronicity is the universe, God, the creator, source, great mystery, whatever name you want to use, speaking to us and giving us those little morsels, those little breadcrumbs, so we can get to the next waypoint and the next waypoint. The next waypoint's where we can make choice and hopefully integrate a new quotient of light. Right? You know, that's like the more serious, grounded but metaphysical way of describing synchronicity. Like, there is an agenda to it, and there is something really divine about synchronicity when one is speaking to it in equal co-creation rather than allowing it to dictate. Right, that's context. That's like just balancing the beauty of what synchronicity is against the ridiculousness that I'm going to share with you now. So, quite a few weeks ago, maybe it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, this has been brewing, bubbling along. I've got a system where when I'm doing a bit of writing using Perplexity, AI, large language model, I've got a prompt where I grade the titles that I'm creating for these blog articles that I write. And I say, please give me 10 titles and please rank them from C to S, with C being the lowest and S being the highest. And it's a really good way of just separating out like the junk from the fluff straight away. So I can go, all right, there, the S ranks, does that match? All right, yeah, actually does match. Like, yeah, let's go with those. So I thought I'd repurpose that prompt and bring it into my daily life. I thought, okay, I've got a load of things I want to do, but I'm struggling to take action. So let me ask myself, what are the S rank priorities for me right now? What are like the top tier priorities? Let me write a list of choices, list of actions, and then let me take action on the things that are like an S rank priority. You know, pretty good use case, right? Then I brought it into a relational setting. I said, okay, I'm moving through this piece right now with this person. I've got some malignant tendencies showing up. I've got some pieces showing up that ain't so great. The ego really wants to be in this narky, snarky, malicious, malignant place. The conscious part of me is like, no, whoa, hold up. Like, we're not doing that. But the ego is speaking really loud and it's kind of hard to shake off. So I did a meditation, and I said, okay, what are all the choices available to me right now? And let's just grade the choices. The most malignant choices, unsurprisingly, were a D, right? They were like no go, like do not do that. And I didn't. I ranked the rest of the choices, and I was left with A and S rank choices. And I fell somewhere between A and S rank. For me, an A rank is like excellent. S is supreme. I didn't quite get to like the supreme levels of showing up in that relationship, but I showed up in a really positive way. It was kind of like A, maybe A plus. Like, I did my thing, I got my pass, I did it right. So I forgot all about it, and I hadn't used that prompt for a week, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. Then, all of a sudden, and tell me if you relate to this, you know when you just look and then something just like smacks you straight in the eye, if you're out in, in the world, like you're out in town, like, you're outside of your home, even inside your home, and you just look and something hits you straight in the third eye, metaphorically speaking, and you're just like, whoa, okay, wow, that's a thing. I just kept on looking around. I just kept on getting hit in the eye with all these D's. I'm like, oh, wow, D. Okay, fine. But I mean, I wasn't like receiving it that way the first time round. But by the time I got to the 7th or 8th time, within the space of maybe about 3 or 4 hours, I'm like, okay, this is kind of uncanny now. This is getting a bit freaky. Like, I'm looking everywhere and these D's are just like pouncing at me. They're like peering at me. They're like really grasping at me, right? So I'm like, okay, right. Are you trying to tell me something, universe? What are you trying to tell me? Am I getting a D somewhere? Where am I getting a D? Am I just getting a D in life? Is that what we're doing here? And it caused a bit of existential crunch. And this is ridiculous as it sounds. It really is, isn't it? So, because I'm diligent, I sat down and said, okay, where might I not be making the right choices in this moment? And I sat down and I made a list of my choices. I'm not going to list them all here. I said, okay, maybe I could do better with these things. And I made those choices and I kept on receiving these D's. Like, they just kept on coming at me and coming at me and coming at me. And I kind of brushed it off, but then also they just were still present. And I've kind of been like wrestling with them and like speaking back to them. And like, it's been a weird old time. It's been a strange time. Like, I've allowed this synchronicity to undermine my sovereignty because I've allowed it to come in and undermine my reality. Like, when I see this, and when I've seen this for the past few days, at least the last week as well, I've really allowed it to affect me because, for a few reasons. Like, I don't feel like I've made some of the progress in some areas that I should have done. And in the past, I have given away a lot of power to synchronicity. Like, I'm an unembodied empath in the sense that, like, I allow too much stuff into my field. Like, I'm a bit of a sponge for energies. And that's to my detriment. Like, it's not great being that kind of empath. Because where is the sovereignty? Like, how does one be an empath and be sovereign? That's a question I keep on asking myself. Pretty difficult. So it got to today, right? Let's fast forward it to today, because this is where it kind of came to a head. And I was working away, I was doing some writing, and they just kept on coming up these D's. I'm like, fucking hell, man, like, what's going on here? And it hit me. I'm like, oh, right. This is here to demonstrate just how much I'm giving my power away. In one colour of experience. In one colour of experience, all these D's are here to show me just how much I'm being fretful, I'm being fearful, I'm allowing my reality to be undermined by a fucking letter. Like, a letter? Like, are you serious? I'm doing that. At least I have done that. I was doing that. We ain't doing that no more. And it clicked. I'm like, all right. Yeah, that's it. And then there was a second part of it when I realised, oh, I've actually been trying to counter that in a really unhealthy way by looking. Seriously, I've done this, right? I've been looking for A's and S's. I'm like, oh, D, oh, where's the A's and the S's? No, all right, oh, no. It's freaking ridiculous, isn't it? Like, how ridiculous is that? How ridiculous is the journey sometimes. And when I say the journey, I mean my journey. Like, if you've got something which can match this in terms of absurdity, please share this if you're willing to. Like, not to make me feel better. I just like want to know, like, what kind of absurdity is everyone moving through out there, like, that we don't share with each other. Like, this is one of those things that, like, I think very few people would think to share because it's just so within the realms of, like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? But there is a greater teaching within it. Like, this is kind of divine comedy territory. And so I've been left in a position where I'm now on a journey of reclaiming my sovereignty from the letter D. Like, seriously, I'm reclaiming my sovereignty from the letter D. Like, legit, I'm doing that. I've got a prayer I'm going to write. I've not done it yet. This came through today. I've not sat down and given it its due diligence yet. It's proper time and space. But at some point, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning in my practice, there will be a prayer and there will be a reclamation of light from the letter D and all that it's been saying to me within this weird, false, synchronistic expression that's been within my field for the past few weeks. How ridiculous. How ridiculous. How ridiculous. It is, isn't it? Life's ridiculous sometimes. But you know, what can you do with it? Except roll with it. Alright, lots of love. Take care. See you later. Meow.